Hey, welcome to Controller Culture, where we break down the games that shape the way we play. It's been 2 years since Star Wars Jedi Survivor came out, and I finally got around to playing it. Today, I want to share my thoughts and opinions on what I believe is one of the most ambitious Star Wars games in years. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is a 2023 action-adventure game developed by Respawn Entertainment and published by EA. It's the sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, set 5 years after the first game. We follow Cal Kestis, now older, stronger, and more hardened, as he continues to resist the Galactic Empire. This time, however, the story isn't just about running and surviving. Instead, Cal finds himself racing against a corrupted High Republic Jedi who's searching for a hidden world that could become a sanctuary for those oppressed by the Empire. Like the first game, Survivor's foundation is built on Souls-like combat and Metroidvania-style exploration. You'll fight enemies with your lightsaber and force powers, solve puzzles, and platform through intricate worlds. But Survivor expands on every element from the first game, making it bigger, bolder, and more personal. Let's talk story first. I won't go too deep into spoilers, but I will say this. The narrative is a big step up from Fallen Order. Instead of trying to carry the weight of the entire Jedi Order, the story focuses on Cal himself, his emotions, his doubts, and his personal growth. And because of that, the game feels more human and relatable. Through the High Republic, we also get a fascinating look into the Jedi of the past, their principles, their flaws, and their downfall. The pacing balances high-intensity action with quieter, more reflective moments. And some of the set pieces are absolutely massive. Honestly, there were times where I felt like I was playing a Star Wars Uncharted. The spectacle is just that good. Now, let's talk about the world. The biggest change is how the game structures exploration. While Fallen Order had you bouncing across several planets, Survivor introduces Koboh, a massive central hub where you'll spend most of your time. Koboh is dense, layered, and full of secrets. There are still other planets to explore, but Koboh feels like the heart of the game, almost like a character itself. It has a mix of vertical landscapes, canyon overhangs, and open outskirts, all designed to reward exploration. And because new skills unlock shortcuts and new areas, revisiting planets feels natural rather than repetitive. Customization deserves its own spotlight. Respawn really doubled down here. Instead of swapping ponchos, you can now customize Cal with different hairstyles, beard styles, jackets, tops, and pants, each with multiple color palettes. BD1 also gets a full suite of customization options, letting you swap individual parts like the head, visor, body, and legs. It's fun, it's detailed, and it actually makes exploring worth it, since cosmetics are tied to secrets. The only letdown is the Mantis. The ship has no customization at all, not even skins like the first game. It's not a deal breaker, but it does feel like a missed opportunity. One of the coolest upgrades from Fallen Order is how they've improved upon the lightsaber customization. In Survivor, Respawn went all in. Every component can be changed: the emitter, switch, grip, and pommel, plus materials and wear options. Want a pristine gold-plated hilt that looks like it came fresh out of the High Republic? You can do that. You want a beat-up rusty blade that looks like it's seen every war since the Clone Wars? That's an option too. I found myself spending way too much time at the workbench, just experimenting. Pairing different hilts and color combinations makes the saber feel personal. Your saber, not just Cal's. It's easily one of the best customization systems in a Star Wars game to date. But the heart of Survivor, what makes it really shine, is the gameplay. If you've played Fallen Order, you'll feel right at home. But here, everything feels sharper, more refined, and deeper. The big addition is the new lightsaber stances. You can now have 5 stances: single blade, dual wield, double bladed, blaster, and crossguard. You can only equip 2 at once, swapping them at meditation points. Each stance has its own skill tree, which adds a ton of variety. For me, single blade is still the most balanced, but I gravitated towards dual wield for fast, aggressive combat and double bladed for crowd control. Blaster is surprisingly useful for range, especially when enemies constantly attack from off-screen. Crossguard though, that stance is brutal. It hits like a truck, but it's so slow that one blaster shot can interrupt you mid-swing. Honestly, I wish Respawn had added animation cancelling. Being locked into an attack and unable to block is frustrating, especially in a Souls-like, where timing is everything. It forces you into this 3 hits then block rhythm, which can feel stale. Another gameplay change I really liked was companions. AI allies occasionally fight alongside you, and while they aren't present for most of the game, when they do show up, they make encounters more dynamic. Now let's talk exploration again, because this is where Survivor surprised me the most. The amount of side content is insane. You've got Jedi meditation chambers, bounty hunters, hidden areas, rumors to follow, and secrets tucked into every corner. Some of the most fun I had wasn't even tied to the main story. It was just me wandering around, getting lost, and stumbling into challenges. If you're the kind of player who loves to explore, this game rewards you constantly. But unfortunately, as good as the gameplay and exploration are, they are held back by performance, and this is where Survivor really stumbles. On PC, the optimization is awful. My rig can handle Cyberpunk 2077 on psycho settings, yet I was constantly hit with frame drops, stutters, and even permanent FPS dips that forced me to restart. Texture pop-ins, weird artifacting, slow rendering, it all added up. And then of course, the crashes. Combine that with no autosave and I lost hours of progress just cause I hadn't reached a meditation point. It's honestly unacceptable for a modern release. At the end of the day, Star Wars Jedi Survivor is a fantastic sequel. The story is stronger, the characters are more fleshed out, and the gameplay has more depth than ever. Exploration is easily the best part of the game, and when everything's working, it's an absolute blast, but the performance issues drag it down in a way I can't ignore. If not for that, this would easily be a 9 out of 10 game, but with the optimization problems, crashes, and lack of autosave, I can only give it a 6 out of 10. As someone who grew up gaming in the PS2 era, I'm used to rough edges, but as a consumer in 2025, paying full price for a product this unpolished is disappointing. So what are your thoughts on Star Wars Jedi Survivor? Let me know in the comments if you've played the game and what stood out to you the most. You've been watching Controller Culture. We've got more reviews, retrospectives, and raw long plays waiting for you. Subscribe, ring the bell, and stick around. We've got you covered on everything gaming. Thanks for watching.